Hey guys, today I want to show you some cool out-of-bounds secrets and files from the Starlight ReVolver Next Fest demo as we get ready for the official early access release. And you too actually have access to all of these files yourself so long as you still have the demo installed. But Starlight ReVolver will likely already be released by the time most people watch this video, and I'm betting that all of this info will be lost forever as soon as the game drops. And since I haven't seen anyone else make a video about this, I wanted to archive all the crazy stuff in the game's files and have proof, so that people will believe me when I tell them there are some ultra cursed images in this game. With that out of the way, let's get into it. First, let's talk about what's out of bounds. I expect this to have already been patched by now, but at least during the demo, it was possible to get out of bounds in NIM by using this moving platform. All you had to do is rub up against the edge of this moving platform while spamming R to keep getting on and off the platform. I was never capable of pulling this off consistently, but I found that it was a lot easier if you used the northern side rather than the southern side. And once your character starts to shake around, it's important to keep moving so you don't get rubber banded back to the top. Otherwise, if this works, you'll clip right through and you're out of bounds. I honestly hope this is still possible on early access release, as it's a lot of fun and it's a glitch that doesn't hurt anyone. There's not actually much down here to look at or do, except for making a foolhardy attempt at escaping Nishi Island. But what you can do is head west from where you dropped and go a little south till you see these cascading waterfalls and the brown path, which leads to a roped off area with a half-buried statue overgrown with vines and flowers. This is clearly a statue of the goddess Sinna. It has a star on the forehead and closed eyes found on both the healing altars in Somi and on the seal in the plaza in Nim. As for what this area is for, I of course can't really say for certain, but I believe that this area, when it's finished, will probably connect to the rest of Nim here, where it's stated that a breathtaking botanical garden will be added later. Now let's talk about how you can access some of this game's files and take a look at a couple of sneak peeks just before Starlight ReVolver's early access launch. And let me just preface this by saying this isn't nearly as crazy as it sounds, and I didn't figure out any of this myself. I heard about this from the official Discord server, and it's really easy to do. Just right-click your copy of Starlight ReVolver from the Next Fest demo, go to Manage, hit Browse Local Files, go to Halcyon Dive Data, Streaming Assets, Co-HTML, UI Resources, and that's it. Here, there are a ton of PNGs and other game assets just left out for anyone to find, including a couple of things that weren't otherwise available in the demo. This is honestly a big head scratcher for me, as no other game I own just leaves their assets out in the open like this, even with my other early access games. But I have a theory that PahdoLabs actually wanted all of this to be found, and you'll see why later. So to start this section off, here is something that is either a massive spoiler or nothing at all. If you head into Dungeon Shop, then Shopkeepers, you can see that there are two shopkeepers, Shime, who is the owner of the dungeon shop in the Sacred Sky biome, but also a second shopkeeper named Cyrile, who is not in the demo as there was only one biome. So from where I am, pre-release, this is a kinda crazy discovery because I found out about the next new NPC months before release. But also, if I'm right in assuming that there's just going to be a new shopkeeper for every new biome, then this is a whole lot of nothing for everyone else, as I'm sure literally everyone who plays Starlight ReVolver would know about this now by just playing in the new biome. But, if I'm wrong, then who the hell is this? If nothing else, it's interesting to see that Cyrile was already designed and in the game's files months before her implementation. I've also found an interesting implication involving Starlight ReVolver's rarity system. Let's first look at fishing. The rarity of fish you can acquire in Starlight ReVolver follows the standard white, green, blue, purple, golden, color-coded loot system that everyone uses. But there's an additional rarity called Miraculous that's used when catching shiny fish. Now with this in mind, we can head over to Components and Rarity to see another list of rarities used in this game. This time it's for the decos. Here you can see the Miraculous rarity used again, but now there's yet another higher rarity called Secret, which I'm assuming is higher because it has the biggest crown out of all of them. To my knowledge, this has yet to be used in game yet, and it makes me wonder what it'll be used for, and if any of these higher rarities will come up when exploring Somi. As for now, trinkets and abilities only go up to Legendary, so it would be interesting to see what a Miraculous or Secret rarity ability would look like. Maybe it could be some big special blow up the final boss with the power of friendship type of thing. This next one's a silly one. In Legacy HZ characters, there's 4 icons labeled for each of the 4 playable characters, but whose AU is this? Asuka? Satsuki? And I actually have no idea who the last two characters are. I think I need your guys' help on this one. Let me know down in the comments if you recognize these two. As for the purpose of these icons, I wasn't able to figure that out for like a month until they released the Meet Our Characters series of shorts. These characters are all inspirations for their respective divers, but also, the fact that these are here in this 256 by 256 format seems to further imply that these icons were used in early development as placeholders. The devs must have actually played Halcyon Dive using these icons. I would pay to see what that was like. Here's the weirdest thing that's hidden in these files. Right in hello samples, images, there's, it's, the dog, just look at this, just look at this. What even is this shit? Discount Clash Royale? Graphics from the 80s? Dragon's Arena? Some weird rabbit? I don't even know what this is. It looks like a fake mobile game ad. And then there's this thing, which I am willing to bet is on the list. The only sensible thing in this file is an icon for Coherent Labs, which, after a quick Google search, turns out to be some kind of program or tool that helps game devs make UI or something like that, I guess. And PahdoLabs is using it, which is cool, I guess. Just make sure to delete this folder when you release the game. Thanks. And now, as we approach the end here, it's time for a... Oh boy, how many years has it been since I've seen a video have a lightning round section? Anyway, there are a couple of other interesting things I think is worth showing you guys from the files, but I don't really have much to say about them, so let's just get through them real quick. Game menu loadout has images of every character's revolvers, which is nice since they're pretty hard to see in game. Game menu loadout accessories has a bunch of images of accessories labeled do not ship, and UI resources images charms has even more, funny, as it's close enough to being shipped. Images trinkets olds has images of real life trinkets used as placeholders, funny. Images prototype has an actual accurate map of the city of Nim, contrasted to the simplified version we got in the demo. It really puts into perspective how small Nim is. And in placeholder, there are some rough sketches of the portraits used in-game. I think they're kinda neat. In fish, you can see every fish in the game, including 3 copies of a trailer asset fish. Put him in the game, coward. And finally, in this super ultra secret file, there's just one GIF named Rin Best Diver with him just doing a sick Dragon Dunk. Well, I guess it's official, guys. I didn't know Pahdo was like based like that, but I guess we just all have to live with the objective fact that Rin is in fact best diver. Insane. Over. Finally, the last big thing I want to talk about is found in the component library folder. It's a folder with a folder in it, which is an incredibly standard way of organizing your folders, but also makes the one item that isn't a folder in this folder incredibly concerning. I've never seen Effie frown before. Why is she looking at me like that? This file isn't used anywhere in-game. Why is it here? Unless this is some like weird coconut situation where if you delete the coconut the game doesn't run anymore. My idea? I think they're aware. I think they know. That's why they left these images out here, with the weird asset sample folders and the weird legacy anime icons. That wasn't an accident. They knew what they were doing, and that means either A, it's a warning, and I am in big trouble for posting this, or B, I've played right into PahdoLabs' hands. They wanted this to be found, all of it. They wanted someone to start like bat-chesting like I was when I found all of this for the first time, and tell everyone about it. For publicity or something, not like I have the power to make headlines or any other notable influence. I've done nothing brave nor clever nor original by showing you this. I'm a fool. A slave to my own ambition. I've accomplished nothing. Like and subscribe, I guess.